Youth of Fourth Church, I am excited to tell you about our 2022 summer trips. That's right. After 2 summers of staying home, we are ready to get back out there to serve together, to worship together, to learn together. And if you've been on a Fourth Youth summer trip before, you know what I mean when I say they're unlike anything else that you're going to do this summer. If you haven't, this summer's your chance. So we're planning 3 summer youth trips in 2022. But there's a 4th one that we also want you to know about. So first, the 3 ones that we are planning. Junior high youth, that is students who are going to be in 6th through 8th grade in September, next September, we are going to St. Louis. We're going to pile into vans on Sunday, June 26th and spend the week serving with Amen St. Louis. It's a ministry of a Presbyterian congregation that has transformed their old church vans into a base for serving in their neighborhood there in St. Louis, the Tower Grove neighborhood. We'll drive back to Chicago on Friday, July 1st. It's going to be an amazing week, and you will be home for the 4th of July holiday. That's the junior high trip. Senior highs are going to go to Memphis from Saturday, July 9th to Friday, July 15th. We'll also be piling into vans. Now, I'm really looking forward to this trip because I haven't ever been to Memphis, but it's such an important American city, and we're going to experience as much of it as we can in 6 days. We're going to wear ourselves out, prayerfully serving in the city, and we'll spend time listening to the city's history, particularly its history of fighting for racial justice and equity. So if you're going to go into 9th through the 12th grade next September, or if you're graduating high school this coming May, you should come on this trip. You don't want to miss it. But Memphis isn't the only opportunity for high schoolers to hit the road this summer with 4th, because this year is a triennium year. Triennium. The Presbyterian Youth Triennium is a once every 3 years gathering of thousands of Presbyterian teenagers from across the United States. And it's this summer in Indianapolis. It's at a brand new venue for the first time in years and years and years. And this trip is a little different because we don't just go ourselves. We go as part of a group from our presbytery. So we travel with a couple dozen youth from churches across the Chicago area. I've been to the Presbyterian Youth Triennium twice before, and I can tell you it's an amazing experience. It's fun, for one thing. I mean, where else are you going to be around thousands of your peers just to forge connections, to play games and hang out? It's really fun. But it's also a spiritual experience. If you've never worshiped with like 5,000 people at once before, led by a full band and fiery preachers, just try to imagine it. It's pretty spiritual. It'll make a mark. And it only happens once every 3 summers. So rising 9th through 12th graders and current year graduates, you want to be at this. It's a relatively short trip compared to the others. It's only 4 days, July 24th through July 27th. So that's the 3 we're planning, but there's one more summer opportunity that we want to invite you to consider, and that is the Lux Summer Theological Institute for Youth at Monmouth College, June 12th to June 26th. It's a 2-week-long experience of service and theological reflection on a college campus with youth from around the country. The focus of this year's institute is a theological response to poverty. Fourth Youth have participated in this institute in the past, and they found it really beneficial. So if you're out of school by June 12th, I really think you should consider it. So I want to say something about how we pay for these trips. First off, any student who wants to go on one of these trips can go. Let me say that again. Any student who wants to go on one of these trips can go. There's no fee to come on a Fourth Youth summer trip. Instead, we suggest a contribution toward the cost of everyone who goes on the trip. That suggested contribution amounts to about half of the per person budgeted cost. The other half, that's accounted for in our youth ministry budget for the year, which means it's supported by the giving of the entire congregation of Fourth Church. So for the junior high trip to St. Louis, that suggested contribution is $200. For the senior high trip to Memphis, the suggested contribution is $450, and for the Presbyterian Youth Triennium, it's $500. The Theological Institute at Monmouth has a program fee of $300. Again, any student who wants to go on any of these trips should go, regardless of their ability to contribute any or all of the suggested amount. Sign-ups for these trips are open now, so check the links below. So we ask that if you want to go, you sign up by January 31st. That is the deadline for signups for all of these trips, January 31st. This gives us plenty of time to plan and do the preparation that we need to do before each of these trips. If you have any questions or concerns about any of them, please reach out to me by email or by phone. I'll be happy to talk to you. Look, summer trips are a really, really important part of youth ministry at Fourth Church. And I can't tell you how eager I am to get back to doing them this summer. And I really hope that you will join me. Thanks.